I'm Tasha.
And I'm Fallon.
And together, we're the hosts of No Roadmap with Tasha and Fallon.
It's a podcast where two black women have real, random talks.
We cover everything from hobbies to relationships, pop culture, and social issues.
We don't shy away from the tough conversations, but we also like to have fun and be ourselves.
So join us every other Thursday as we share our thoughts, stories, and experiences.
You never know where the conversation might take us, but we promise it'll be worth it.
No roadmap, just real random talk.
So what do you say, Tasha? Are you ready to hit record and get started?
Let's do it, Fallon. Let's give the people what they want. Hello, and welcome to another episode of No Roadmap with Tasha and Fallon. I'm Tasha.
I'm Fallon.
And Happy New Year. Thank you guys for coming back with us.
Woo!
Woo! I hope you guys had a great New Year and a great holiday season.
Right.
Yeah.
We survived.
We did. We're on the other side of it. Thank you, 2023. Bye.
Bye. I'm only 10 pounds heavier.
Same.
Right. Those
Same.
Cookies.
Oh my God, it is. It's the cookies with the jelly filling in the middle.
My mother-in-law made these what are they called? Oatmeal scotchies. And like they're oatmeal cookies with butterscotch in them.
Did you bring any?
No, I ate them all. Okay. Literally ate them all by myself.
Okay.
But she's making more cookies this weekend, so maybe I can.
Yeah. I love a good cookie.
They're delicious. They're my favorite.
No, between the cookies and the cake and the drinking.
Yeah.
The celebrating. I did a lot of celebrating this year.
Actually, I drank less this December than I have in Decembers previously. Mm-mm. My cousin didn't get all crazy and be like, ooh, let's drink this illegal alcohol. Now we're older and reasonable.
No. From Thanksgiving until, what's today? Thursday?
I guess.
Till Tuesday.
Till Tuesday. Yeah.
Often. So, I understand that. I was wondering why people did dry January, but I get it
now.
I'm not going to do dry January. I'm going to do dry March.
Why?
You heard it here first. Yeah, I don't.
We go in the morning. As soon as that bar is open, we're sitting there ready.
I don't go hard on St. Patty's Day. My husband does because he's a Irish Puerto Rican, but I don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
The last time I did a dry anything was one January. I did Whole30. Mm-hmm. But every time I'm like, oh, this month I'm going to be dry. I'm like, well, this birthday.
And that's why I can't write.
And this holiday.
Right.
So
that's why it has to be March. It can't be January because I'm going to Mexico.
Fun.
At the end. I know, my first time. I'm excited.
The first time in Mexico?
My first time in Mexico.
What have you been doing with your life?
I've been here. In this basement all of my life.
For the entirety.
For the entire almost 50 years of my life. This is where I've been.
I can't with you.
So I know I'm going to drink in Mexico.
Yeah.
And my mom's birthday's coming. She may not drink. That's a lie. She's going to drink. But I'm going to drink. So, and then next month is Galentine's Day and my wedding anniversary. So March it is. Because after that, April's my birthday and so forth and so on.
No, April's cruise. May is
April's cruise?
Yeah.
So you're going to drink on the cruise?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so say you can't. Okay, that's why you can't do it in April. Okay.
June is June.
Yeah, June has 30 days, so we have to drink.
Right. Juneteenth.
Hello. Got to celebrate for the ancestors.
Right.
I get it.
Right, so just throw the whole year away.
So throw it all away. I'm sticking to March, and I said it here now, so now I'm holding myself accountable.
Bless you. I'll set up all the good energy and prayers.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. So today's topic, we're going to talk about games. The competitiveness of it all. The difference in the rules, the house rules from generation to generation, race to race. How everyone does it differently because everyone does do it differently.
Games people play.
That part right there. Okay, games people play. I forget who sings that song, but yeah. So, let's get started.
I have a love-hate relationship with games.
Any games in particular?
Any games that I played with my grandmother.
For example?
Yahtzee.
Why?
She is evil when it comes to games. Grandma would laugh you to like you wanted to crawl under the table.
No.
Yes, she's the sorest winner ever.
She's the sorest winner?
Yes. 100%.
Say more.
Grandma was like, playing your Yahtzee. You got your dice, you throw it. Ooh, Yahtzee! It has a Yahtzee dance. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Grandma, don't rub it in.
She's rubbing it all up in the faces.
Monopoly. We never played regular Monopoly with Grandma. We played Star Wars Monopoly.
Okay, but that's just like a brand, like a pack brand, right?
No, it's a whole game, it's a whole board, and everything's like.
But the theme of
Yes.
the board, because Monopoly, especially in recent years, have had all of these like themed.
Yes, this is all Star Wars. So she is the Emperor.
I don't know much. Don't tell my husband I don't know much about Star Wars. I'm sorry.
I just finished Andor.
Did you? So did he.
And I'm getting ready to watch Ahsoka. So I will talk to him. I will
talk to him. I do. I'll
leave you with the husband.
I
and
appreciate
you two can
that.
sit in the corner.
Yes. He'll watch Ahsoka, and I'll sit with him, and I'm like kind of watching, kind of not, but I have no interest.
So that's a different episode.
That's a completely different. That's a whole nother episode.
Stop it. Seth will be so upset.
Seth will love that.
So grandma would be the emperor, and again buy up everything and laugh you into the poorhouse. Mm-hmm. She is vicious. Yeah. Uno.
Now, Uno has been known to break up a marriage. Let's talk about Uno. Uno is a no hose barred. Don't get on my bad side, because I will draw for you, draw two, stackable. I'm doing it all.
Okay, all right. So let's rewind. Uno. Mm-hmm. Do you play stackables? Mm-hmm. You do? Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. You can't put a 2 on top of a 4.
No. I don't stack that way.
Okay.
No. I stack with, and I've gotten into arguments with people who do stack that way.
Right,
they'll do the draw 2, and then they'll throw a draw 4 on, and it's like, no, bruh.
No, you can't do that.
You can't do that. That's not how it works. Yes, you can. No.
But also, if you throw down the first draw 2, doesn't that next person have to draw 2, even if they don't have, like, you can't pass it along.
So this is how we play stackable. If I'm right? This is how you stack it. If I throw down a draw 2 and the person who goes after me has a draw 2, they throw down the draw 2, so the person after them has to draw 4. Now, if the person after them also has a draw 2, then they throw down a draw 2. And the next thing you know, somebody's over here drawing 12 cards.
So I can't say that I've never played that way, but it's not ringing a bell.
Oh, that's usually how I play, but I have played where you do, you draw down, you throw down the draw 2, and then the person who goes after you is required to draw the 2.
That's so funny. And like the rules are always so different. And there was this
But you have to agree on the rules before you start playing.
Yeah, but who remembers all the rules you have to agree upon?
The ones who've been traumatized by it, or you never forget. I never forget that time I played with 3 of my cousins, and I swear, every time I was drawing 6 or drawing 8 or whatever. I was always
picking on you,
or the one they probably were, because I, like your grandmother, am a sore winner.
Oh, that makes sense.
But not to the degree of your grandmother. And it depends. In that part,
love you, grandma.
And it depends on the game, but I can be a bit much, as I learned on New Year's Day. It's whatever. We'll come back to that. Anywho, and I played, and they kept throwing down reverses, and I could never go.
That's phenomenal.
And I'm prepping to go, and then someone else throws down a reverse card.
But that's legit.
Or then they throw down the reverse card, and the person who goes before me throws down a skip card.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, y'all
that's
bugging.
Strategery.
It is. I'm like, what did I do to y'all besides kick y'all butt in the last 3 games? I don't understand why y'all so mad. What did I do?
Oh, the child just learned Uno. And I'm so proud of her. And actually is taking it quite well.
Really?
Yes. And is doing well.
Good.
Like I don't know how she does it. She just learned, Trouble.
Ooh, I love Trouble.
Trouble. And so that's her new game. And she'll just laugh at you when you gotta get sent back.
Yes. Trouble, Uno, those are all really chess games.
Yeah.
You have to play that 4 moves ahead to know where you're gonna be.
Right.
Remember when I taught my bonus son how to play Uno? And he is a terrible loser. Because when he's at his mom's house, mom used to let him win.
No, don't let
on occasion. She would let him win because she too is a sore loser. So she wasn't letting him win all the time. And then he would come to our house and we would play, and I would let him win, and he would become cocky.
Nope.
And I was like, no, see, you just dug your own grave.
Mm-hmm. Now I gotta squash that.
So now I gotta squash that down. I gotta bring you back down to size, little man. And my husband's like, let him win. No. I was like,
is life gonna let him win?
First of all, have we met?
Do you even know
you even know who you're married to, bro? I feel like you should know better. I'm not doing that. I let him win, and you know what he did? He ranted and he raved about it. So now I have to give him a dose of
Right. If
reality.
he had been gracious,
Had he just won graciously,
right?
But he didn't.
He didn't. That's
So
on
when
him.
I started
That is a
whipping
life
up
lesson.
on him, ooh, he turned because he's pale. He's a pale little thing, bless his heart. He turned red. He was madder than a hatter. Was what it was though. So Uno was vicious.
Right. Sorry. Remember playing Sorry?
Yeah, that was his game. My bonus son's favorite game was Sorry.
I love that game.
Isn't that where Sorry Not Sorry came from? I feel like I said that before it became popular.
Really?
Yes. When I would whoop up on him and Sorry, and I'd be like, sorry, but not really.
And then there are like the official family games like Spades. I feel like an ex-boyfriend showed me how it worked.
Okay.
So I had like a basic knowledge.
Do you remember how young you were when you got roped into playing spades?
No, I would never get roped in because they're like, you don't know how to play. But how am I supposed to learn how to play if you don't teach me? And they would never teach you because they didn't want to bother. So it was always this vicious circle, which why like the guy at the time who did teach me like let me sit in. I was like thankful. So at least I have a basic idea. But I still have never played with my family because they're like, you don't know what you're doing.
Well, I know I talk about my aunt all the time. But my Aunt Dorothy was a spades fanatic. And she was a sore loser.
Oh,
And she was a sore winner.
she was a sore everything.
She's a sore loser and she's a sore winner. And I am not above saying I think she cheated once or twice. But she was the type of person, when you sat down to play spades with her, if you didn't know what you were doing, she would excommunicate you from the family.
Right. That's literally it. You're
Don't
done.
renege.
Right.
I'm a winner here.
Right.
Know what? How many books?
Right.
Realistically, how many books do you think you
Exactly.
have? Don't put down you know 4 on a possible when you have 2.
Right.
Don't do that. Right.
Right.
She took spades very seriously, and she would talk smack about you if you were losing or if you
100%.
didn't know what you were doing. Oh, I
I
loved
don't
it.
need that kind of negativity.
I
in my
loved
life.
watching it. I didn't love playing it, but she's the one who taught me how to play.
Well, thank goodness she taught you.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah. She took the time out to teach me how to play. I don't think my mom plays spades
I
too
don't know
well.
if my mom plays spades.
I don't think she does, which is kind of weird. But my mom taught me like gin rummy. We used to play that all the time. And again, my aunt, sore winner, sore loser. And I'm not above saying, I think she cheated at that too.
That's fine. That's fine.
Because she was a win at at all costs kind of woman.
Yeah, I love those people kind of.
She was like, "What? Did you drop that? Pick that up. Up, look." I just happen to have this queen of hearts. I'm like, you cheating, Auntie.
So one thing that really was a family thing, my close immediate family, were video games. So I guess my dad liked to play. He was like a Ms. Pac-Man champion.
Really?
In like 1975 or something like that. Wow. And so we were that family that always had the newest technology, even though it cost us an arm and a leg, because that was what my dad loved.
Right.
So, I don't remember an Atari because I think I was too young.
Yeah.
But we had like the Commodore 64.
Yeah, by the time you were able to play, I think Atari, it had either evolved into something
Right.
a little more advanced or, you may
So
have
I
just
was like
missed it.
2 with the Commodore 64.
Yeah.
And so we were playing like Peanut Butter Panic and like these random ass games, which I love and I still have them in my garage. But then when the Nintendo came out, like that was family bonding. That's how we got together and did all the things. That's how I learned. I broke my thumb. I think I told this story before. Sounds very reminiscent. I was playing football at school and I went to catch a pass and it snapped my thumb back.
Oof.
And I didn't realize anything was wrong until I went to go play duck hunt and I couldn't hold the gun.
Oh. How long a time had gone between?
A day, like not a full, but like,
But hours.
Hours.
Oh my
And
gosh,
I was
walking
like,
around with the broken thumb, didn't realize it?
Yeah, because duck hunt. Thank you, duck hunt.
Thank you, Duck Hunt.
So that got fixed. And then, Mario Brothers. And like hearing that music brings back so much joy in my life. I love it. Sorry.
Look, and as Alan plays the bass.
And, Legend of Zelda. I mean, when that came out. So, like, it's always been a part of me. And it's always been family time.
Yeah.
Because we would sit around, I would It depends on the game, but most of the time my brother would play. I'd read the map, because you always have to have a map reader, and my mom would complain in the corner. And it was really family time. So were you big on video games in your...
No, video games didn't become big in my house until my youngest brother was probably about 8 or 9, but by then I was 20.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't play them, but they did, so that was a way for them to bond and or fight.
Oh, of course.
You know, because they're boys is what they did.
Right.
I remember coming home from school and just always seeing them in the middle of the living room floor, lying on their bellies, playing something. But my high school boyfriend used to be really big into Sega.
Oh, Sega!
Right? So anytime I would visit with him, a good portion of the time that I would visit with him was me watching him play Sega.
Aww.
And I'm like, yeah, this ain't it.
No, you gotta find a game that you can play together.
And he's like, I'm gonna teach you. And I'm like, you're not gonna teach me. You know why?
You don't play...
I have this much interest.
No, you gotta play like Mortal Kombat. And
no, he used to play sports games.
Woo, Tekken.
He was all about sports games.
Oh, I love Joe Madden, football.
NBA Live and...
No basketball.
John Madden.
Yes, only hockey or football.
No, it was always basketball. Now, I could sit and watch him play basketball all day because I like basketball. But then like he would play John Madden.
Madden.
Oh, my bad. Madden. Madden.
Yes.
Ian, sorry. John Madden. Thank you. I won't make that mistake again.
It's in the game.
It's in the game. It is. And that just goes to tell you.
You don't
I
care.
wasn't paying attention. Couldn't give a flying frog's fanny. I don't care. Why are we here? Can we go get something to eat? Can we take a walk? I just don't want to sit here watching you play.
I couldn't imagine spending time with someone and just watching them play games.
That was me and my husband. When we first moved in together, he had a gaming system. Maybe it was a Nintendo or no, I think it was a PlayStation. I don't know. They all tomato.
To you,
to me,
it's all the same, which is horrifying.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. And I would sit and watch my husband play. And this was when I got back into reading because, I'm watching. But I wasn't. I was really reading. But he would play, they became movies. Tomb Raider and Prince of Persia. Yep. I remember watching him play Prince. He was obsessed with Prince of Persia. And then what was the one with the Greek gods? Do you know what I'm talking about? Kronos? Is it Kronos? Kronos, maybe?
Yes.
Was that
I didn't play that
video
one.
game?
It sounds familiar, but I did not play one. Not like God of War.
God of War, yeah. So, and then when he got deployed, he took all his gaming systems with him. But no, I was never really big into video game. When I was younger, my cousins used to work, their part-time job was to work at the neighborhood hangout. And it was we called it the game room.
Okay.
And that was the first time I think I played Galaga.
The first time? Honey.
And I was maybe 14, 15 years old.
The first time my kid played it, she was like 2.
Oh, Galaga?
Yeah.
No, Galaga. But then, growing up, you would go to, the neighborhood stores. There was a neighborhood store called Tiffany's on Clinton Avenue in Newark where we would go get Italian hot dogs after school. And they had the Miss Pac-Man game. So I would play it there, but I'm not good at it. I'm really bad at video games.
You have to find your right game.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
It wasn't until we got a Wii. That's more my speed.
Oh, no.
The dancing games.
The Wii, wait, rewind before we get to the dancing games because we'll talk. Make My Little Me. And we have the Wii Fitness.
Yes.
And it was so cute. And then you get on a scale and you put on a little weight and it would go, oh. And I'm like, do not judge me. And then your little me, the shirt
your
got
little
a little,
me. Yes, they would adjust. They would adjust your me to your weight. So you would
all around and like doughy.
And we would be like, you tried it. No, my friend.
Yeah. And they go, I'm like, really?
This slim body. I know. They would fat shame you.
It was
rude.
It was 100%.
But it was motivating.
I loved the boxing. That was super fun.
I loved the boxing one. I loved the bowling one.
Oh, you like bowling?
I loved the tennis one.
Tennis is fun.
But the dancing ones we lived on the second floor
and I didn't care.
Of a condo complex, and our neighbor was not very kind.
Our downstairs, when I got it, downstairs Bob, I think I've talked about him before, never complained.
Scary Mary, may she rest. Scary Mary looked like, I think I talked about this, she looked like Beavis. That was the blonde one, right? She looks like Beavis, and that I'm not exaggerating. I wish I had a picture.
Isn't it Butthead with the blonde?
Which one? Which one is the blonde?
Beavis.
Is it Beavis? I thought Butthead was the one with the dark hair. I thought so. Whatever. Whichever one it was. The blonde one looked exactly like Scary Mary. And when I first met her, you know how you meet someone and you're like, you look familiar. Have we met before?
Stop it.
And I couldn't put a finger on why she looked familiar to me until like maybe a year later.
Stop it.
I came across something on the internet with Beavis and Butthead, and I called my husband in the room and was like, this is Scary Mary. When he looked and he was like, oh, it is. It really is. So we used to call her Beavis when she wasn't.
That's amazing.
You know, when we wanted to talk about her in front of her. But she wasn't nice.
Right.
So.
Downstairs Bob was really cool. And so I play Michael Jackson, The Experience.
Oh, I love. And then the Wii guitar.
Oh,
the rock band? Rock band. Well, we didn't have Rock Band, but it was, what was it called?
I don't know. I had Rock Band for PlayStation.
Oh no, this was the guitar with the Wii. I forget what, but those like the kind of games I would play with the video games. Okay. But actual games, I'm more of a board game kind of person. Mm-hmm. So we played, or card games. Okay. So we for New Year's, we have a tradition. My two best friends and our families get together to exchange Christmas gifts, and we celebrate the New Year. My girlfriend hosts, and we'll play games. Heads up. I love like clue games. I'm good with clue games. I'm good with like stupid trivia, like just useless knowledge that lives in my head.
Trivia Pursuit is the best.
Trivia Pursuit, or anything that has to do with pop entertainment. Right. Pop culture. That's where I shine. And we were playing Lyrically Correct.
That sounds phenomenal.
And I was killing them, like to the point where I wasn't even giving them chances. I was so obnoxious. I absolutely was. Hindsight being 20/20. I'm sorry, y'all. But my girlfriend's husband was like, "You can't answer. You're not letting anyone else answer." And I'm like, "Why? I know the answer. Y'all don't know the answer." He was like, "How do you know? You're not giving anyone a chance to answer it." So my other girlfriend's daughter says, "We're gonna count to 10, Auntie Tasha, and then you answer if you know it." I'm like, "Fine." Count to 10. No one knew it. So, right. So eventually I started asking the questions rather than answering the questions. And the husband who was complaining, I was like, hello.
Crickets.
Straight crickets. I just read 30 cards and you only knew 2.
Stop it. I want to play this game.
We did Lyrically Correct. I don't remember if it was the 90s R&B and hip hop edition. Somewhere around there. Right. Listen, bro. Don't come at me with 80s and 90s R&B. I know all the songs.
That's fantastic.
And it was fun stuff. Like, and if it isn't love, what did Ralph Tresvant try to tell himself? And I'm like,
stop it.
And they're like, Tasha, we literally just read the question. I'm like, it's New Edition. I know the answer. So I sat quiet and everyone's sitting there singing the songs to themselves. And I'm like, you gotta go back to the beginning. Gotta go back to the beginning. And my girlfriend looked at me and she was like, go ahead, Tasha. I don't love her.
For the win.
For the win. And my niece is reading the cards and she was like, I don't love her. That's the answer. I was like, thank you.
Just give me a trophy now.
Just everyone sit down. See? Sore winner.
But that's how I am on trivia games. I am just vicious. Mm-hmm. One year we were playing Trivial Pursuit, like the old time, like the original, which, that's a lot of like. Yeah. And we split into teams. We were camping and I was with my in-laws and they made the mistake of putting me and my father-in-law on a team.
Don't do it.
There was no way.
Don't do it.
That anyone was going to beat us.
See?
We were just magical.
Just throwing it out there.
The most random things. He's like, how do you know this random thing? I was like, I don't know. I read it in a book or,
I saw it on Jeopardy.
Or I heard it on a podcast.
I heard it on a podcast. Yeah, baby. Taboo.
Oh my gosh. My friend Melissa, she's like, that we were another pair that could not be on a team together because I would say the most obscure thing and she'd get it.
Yes.
Like...
I don't even know what I'm laughing at.
So it was.
I'm dying.
All right. Hey, Asian man. Sure you can stab me repeatedly. And she's like, acupuncture. Yes.
So you were Will and Grace.
Yes.
You ever seen Will and Grace play their game?
Yes.
And they're like, that's how we were at the bagel store. And she walked in and she's like, Mama! That's you.
That's literally us.
That yes, I played Taboo with people like that.
Yeah.
My friend and her sister-in-law were teammates, and they would like that time we were in Italy,
100%.
and she's like the gondola, and she's like, oh, when we went to McDonald's with the kids and the girl fell down, and she's like a Big Mac. Like really?
That's literally us.
That's how we're doing it.
It's fantastic.
I'm like, okay. So we have to team up people who don't have much of a history. Or
right. Because you can't tell the story.
Because you can't tell the story.
Because I'm so good. But I've hung out with so many different people. I can find a story.
I'm sure you will.
Have you heard me?
Yeah. I have. I get it.
But I love Taboo and categories.
I love categories.
Oh my gosh. Because my brain is always working. I'm really good at categories.
I believe it.
Recently, I just started doing the mini puzzles of a New York Times crossword puzzle. And
I haven't read a New York Times since high school.
No, they have an app.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, it's so much fun. And it's timed. And so my cousin's husband, I guess who's my cousin-in-law? Mm-hmm. Fine.
Sure.
And so now he was like, oh, let's compare scores. Oh, no, I shouldn't have done that.
Uh-oh.
Because the last mini puzzle, it took him like 3 minutes and some change, and I had it in like 35 seconds.
Of course you did.
Yeah, so there's certain games I shouldn't just play with people.
You see, it's the competitiveness for me.
So
We're
competitive.
super competitive.
Right.
And it's like, for some people, it's like, you team too much. Tasha, you're doing a lot.
Yeah, but...
And I'm like, but I'm winning. But we're winning, right? Isn't the goal to win? And they're like, no, the goal is to have fun. And I said, I am having fun. I'm having fun winning.
So that's why when I play now, I don't play like first person shooters or team games like that. I play The Sims, where it's self-contained.
There we go.
And I'm not competing with anyone.
There we
but
go.
myself.
You have to explain to me how The Sims works.
Okay. So you build a family. You don't even have to build a family. You build a sim.
Okay.
Pick
one
person.
Okay.
Male, female, sometimes alien, sometimes vampire, whatever. Maybe a mermaid. You do you. So you build your person.
So you build your interspecies.
Start human.
You can start human. Let's start easy. Start human.
Thank you.
Then you get your $20,000. Now you got to buy a home. Mm-hmm. So you buy your home.
For 20 grand?
It's a starter. It's like a one-room shack with like a refrigerator, maybe a chair if you're lucky. Okay. Definitely a bed. Definitely a toilet.
Okay.
Then you go to work.
Alan's like, really? Where? Mine didn't have a toilet. It had an outhouse, but go ahead.
Then you go to work. So you find a job and you build skills to progress in the job. Then you get a little money or you cheat like I do all the time.
Like in life.
Motherload all the time. 50,000.
Like in
life. Control Alt C. Motherload. Get the money. Then you upgrade your house. Then you find someone and maybe you want to date. So you start going on dates, which is great until they built in the ability to like die by random things. So I had one sim.
What?
I had one sim. She was dating this guy. She had twins. And then he ended up marrying someone else. So I'm like, oh snap. Now she wants to get back out there to date. So she leaves the kids with the babysitter. Goes out on a date with this guy. I don't know what I was doing. I was not paying attention. But she was like talking to him. She thought things were going well. She tried to kiss him. And he was like, whoa. And then the second time she went in, like I did it twice, he reeled back so hard that she died of embarrassment.
What?
And literally, like, her face was contorted in, like, horror that she had embarrassed herself so much. And then dead.
She just died.
Right.
Now, the Sims you tried to kiss, is that someone else?
No.
Sim?
It's called an NPC, a non-playable character. And they just
So the game itself
has
creates...
their own motivations and stuff. Yes.
So this is literally a solitary kind of...
Yep.
Also, another favorite game of mine, Solitaire.
I love Solitaire. I play it on my phone.
As you are.
So she died, and then her sister had to come and take the kids. It was a hot mess. I had to fix, because I didn't save properly, and so I lost her as a character. I couldn't bring her back, and no one wrote her a book of life. But you didn't
make her die of embarrassment. No. The game made her die of
yes.
embarrassment. Can you imagine if that were real? Do you know how dead I'd be right now? If embarrassment were a fatal disease, I would have been 6 feet under a long time ago.
But it's super fun. Okay. I love it. And I just sit in my own little world and, I really don't have to think about it.
And what town does your sim live in?
There are multiple towns. Mm-hmm. So right now, my newest sim lives on a ranch. Mm-hmm. And she has a couple of horses and a cow. And
how many sims do you have?
I have a couple of different households that I'm playing because I like to intermarry the in-game families. Mm-hmm. So like the land grabs and the goths, like they have to marry early so that I perpetuate their line, and they're the pancake family, and then there's so many different people. I have like 10 different towns right now, each with like 5 or 6 different families minimum.
Is it Fallonville and...
No, I don't name them.
No? Oh.
No, because that would be funny.
That would be funny.
I rarely put myself in the game.
Okay.
Rarely. I like to play as other characters.
Interesting. And do you have a Sims too? You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. I have friends who I just text about The Sims all the time. It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So one year I was playing, we were living in Ramsey, the husband and I, we weren't married yet. And I'm playing, and I was like, oh crap, I'm pregnant. And he goes, what? I'm like, in The Sims, honey, what are you talking about?
In The Sims, not in real life. Can you catch up?
Figure it out. So that's why I can't have outbursts anymore.
No, not at all. Because it freaks him out.
Right.
Hilarious. Okay. No, I don't do those kind of things.
But it's fine.
But it sounds like it's fun.
It's super fun. What I really want to get to is the VR with the Star Wars game, because I feel like that'd be a great workout, and I get 2 lightsabers.
You know they have places where you can go in.
Yeah, but I want to do it in my house.
Okay.
And scare the cat.
Okay. Knock over the lamp. Go ahead.
What I'm watching, I just recently finished Andor, and it took me a while. It's a year old now.
Is that the one with Diego Luna?
Yes. Okay. Who is delicious. My dumbness, I didn't realize that it was tied into Rogue One, because it had been so long since I watched Rogue One. And I'm like, why should I care about this character? That movie? That was the movie he was introduced in. And this is his backstory.
With Oscar Isaac. And
that man.
Speak of delicious.
Everything about him.
I would run rogue with Isaac. But anyway. Because I would.
Because we would.
And Daisy, whatever her name is.
Yes.
Oh. Ridley. That's it. You. Daisy Ridley. And then, yeah. So the Denzel Washington lookalike. John Boyega. No one else sees it. I'm the only one who sees that he looks like a young Denzel Washington.
You're the only one.
I'm not the only one. He just said maybe a little bit.
Yeah, but look at him. Not all black people
look alike. She tried it.
Right, Tasha?
She tried it. They look alike to me. Now, maybe not to Alan. And obviously not to Fallon, but anyway.
Oh, so what are you watching?
What am I watching right now? I just started Suits.
Oh, you went way back.
I went way back. I've been meaning to watch it. And you know what? The lead dude on Suits puts me in a mind of Seth.
I can see that. I can totally see that.
I can totally, like, so a brown-eyed
So when
Seth.
Suits comes to, like, the Playhouse?
Yes. Seth has a part. He could be Harvey...
I don't know. I'm not really Harvey Danger.
Harvey Specter. Harvey Specter. I'm like, I just literally just watched this
I did not watch Suits. So.
I just started it yesterday, and I'm intrigued. I binged First Wives Club, the series.
Oh, how's that?
On BET. It was good. Some of the storylines, I'm just like, why? Some of the writing, I'm like, who wrote this?
Speaking of garbage, who wrote today's script?
That part. What the hell? Why, Hazel? Why?
Stop it.
Like you figure characters are going to grow.
Right.
From season to season.
How many seasons is it?
It's 3. It's 3 seasons now. And although the character Hazel is growing, not enough for me.
Right.
But anywho, Michelle Buteau is on it, and I love her. I've loved her forever. So I just finished binging the last 2 seasons of that. I saw the first season when it first came out. And what else? Oh, Reacher. On Prime. It's based on the Tom Cruise movie, apparently, which I haven't seen. I've only seen the series with Jack Reacher is the movie. But Reacher is the show. With Alan Ritchson, who, by the way, 20 years ago auditioned for the first season of American Idol.
Really?
A little fun fact. See? Useless knowledge. Why do I know that?
But if we go to trivia night.
When we go to trivia night, I got you. Boom. Look, no one's going to have that information.
No.
For me. No one's going to ask that. But anywho, no one's going to. They might.
No one's going to ask that question for
They might ask that question. But anyway.
If they do, though.
If they do, I got it.
We should go to
beautiful monster that he is. That's what I'm watching.
Yeah.
What are you watching?
After Andor, what else did I finish?
And you're going to start Ahsoka.
I'm going to start Ahsoka. I'm just trying to catch up on all the things I haven't been watching.
Same. That's what I'm doing.
Because I started watching, not the super latest American Horror Story, which I love. I can't get into the newest season, so I went back to watch Hotel. So I'm working on that right now.
That's a season? Okay. Because that's how American Horror Story works, right? Like it's set.
They're weird anthology. So each season is a different.
But
all the
same actors. Different characters.
Yes, sometimes.
Do they bring characters back from other seasons?
Sometimes, depends on how interconnected the
seasons
are.
I love when things that appear to be not connected become interconnected, and you see old characters come back. I don't know why. So even when I read books, and you read a series that started off here, but then it went someplace else, and then they bring back a character from the original series. I don't know why.
Fantastic.
I love when they make these little appearances.
Like couple of them that tied together are Coven and Hotel, which is why I'm watching Hotel.
Okay.
Because I watched Coven and then I watched Apocalypse, and they reference things in Hotel. So then I had to go back to watch Hotel to see what they're talking about.
Gotcha.
But Coven is the best one.
Now, that's the one, what is that about?
That's the one in New Orleans with the witches. Sarah Paulson.
Hence Coven.
Got it. Yes. Oh my gosh. And Angela Bassett. And, why am I forgetting her name? Because she's all over it. Misery.
Kathy Bates.
Thank you. See? We can go on. What's that game show where...
Password.
Thank you. We can do it. See?
We can be the new Keke Palmer and
everybody
Yvette Nicole Brown.
On Password.
Rose. You can't get it wrong. Rose.
I can't.
Did you see that?
No.
I didn't show you.
No.
Come on, Fallon. You didn't see the episode of Password when Keke Palmer and Yvette Nicole Brown were teammates.
No.
The password was Titanic.
Oh.
And Keke Palmer was given the clue. And all she said was Rose. But it's the way she said it and the look she gave her. And they had a whole conversation where it was like...
See, that's me and Taboo. See? So we need to do that. And
the girl from This Is Us, the sister from This Is Us. I can't think of the actress. Chrissy, whatever. Yes. It was her and I can't remember who the guy was. But anyway, they were looking at them like, what the hell is happening? And she was like, trust me, you can't. She's like, I'm going to get it wrong. And Keke Palmer's like, you can't get it wrong. Just look.
Don't make me die over here.
Rose. And finally, and Jimmy Fallon was like, just say it. And Yvette was like, Titanic. And they were like, yes! But it went on for like a minute or two.
Stop it. Please send me this.
I was like, they're going to do it. She's going to get it. And she got it. And they were like, we had this whole black girl conversation. Y'all didn't know.
Stop it.
But it's a
fake.
Keke
Palmer. She's
you
magical.
Can't get it wrong. It's that
her in Nope. She was phenomenal.
She was the best thing about that movie.
She was. And she and Angel, when they figure each other out, I loved that dynamic. So much fun. Such a good movie.
I don't go that far. Because when I walked out of Nope, I was like, nope. I can't believe I spent the last 2 hours here.
It was fantastic.
Alex and I were like, what?
It wasn't the happening.
It
wasn't the happening. It was better than that. Okay.
I feel like that's a low bar, but okay.
You're not wrong.
Okay. Yes.
And on that note, me telling you you're not wrong.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming and joining us on this fun and wonderful trip down Game Lane. Through Candyland.
Sorry. We can be trouble.
Chutes and ladders.
Please come back and join us again for our next episode. But until then, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at No Roadmap Pod. And check us out on all of the streaming platforms.
Oh, and we're on Lemonade. I don't know if anybody else is on Lemonade.
We're on what now?
Right. Because you're a Gen X and I'm a millennial who's trying to catch up with Gen Z. So if you know what it is, find us and follow us.
Sure. And on that note, everybody have a great day. And remember, don't be a jerk. Thank you for listening to No Roadmap with Tasha and Fallon. Follow us on IG at No Roadmap Pod. Send us your questions, ideas, and reactions. Tell us all the things because we're going to tell you all the things. Until next time, bye.